My dad was a Texas high school football coach, and I don't know that had anything to do with it, but when I was just 11, 12, 13 years old, he began to suspect I was getting into a habit he wasn't going to allow, and that was lying. And one spring there, I was about 12 years old, and we lived on the edge of town. And it was actually in February, and it came a warm day, and 2 or 3 of us went out in the country, and there was a pool out there, and so we went in swimming. And the water was still cold because it was wintertime. I got back to the house. My dad said, "Did you go swimming?" I said, "No." He said, "Come over here." He grabbed hold of my head. It's still wet. And he didn't say another word. He just grabbed me up, and we went out into the back. And we heard about a shed, but we really had one. And also heard about the razor strap. And most of you don't even know what a razor strap is, but I'll tell you, my butt found out what a razor strap was. He laid it on me. You know, I don't remember the pain as much as he was just mad, and it scared me more than it hurt me. But the point was, lying fell off my list of options. And it wasn't until years later I realized that what I had experienced was one of the greatest acts of love that anybody could ever do for me. Because he knew that if I kept that line up, it would destroy me, and he wasn't going to put up with it. And so he eliminated it. But he was a Texas high school football coach, 35 years. And one of the things I kept hearing him say over a period of time was, as he worked with his team, he would have this little saying, he says, "Not one kid in 1,000 got any idea what they're capable of doing if they make up their mind." And he knew that there was a tremendous resource in the mind and in making up your mind and what it enabled you to do. And he was always reminding his team of what they were capable of doing. And he just got, the absolute most out of the team because of that emphasis and that philosophy. Things that later I began to analyze it and realize that the significance of one. For example, once I got into catching the football for a living, I started studying catching, and I came up with a catching routine that would really cover all the different situations the receivers got to handle. High and low, was behind you, over the head, all that stuff. And so I had a routine. I would catch 60, 70, 80 balls a day, but I went right down a list of different types of catches. And what I started experiencing was I started making catches I never would have made otherwise. And what I began to realize from that point is that the difference in winning a game, many times, is just one catch. And the significance of one came to its real, I guess the most classic example of it was we got into a championship game with the New York Giants in my 5th year in the league. And the world title was on the line, and we were playing the best defense in the NFL. And the game came down, as I did analyze it later, it came down to one play. It came down to one situation. And the situation was this: we were behind 3 points, and we were 80 yards out. We were on 3rd down, and the time was running out in this game, and we come up to the line of scrimmage. Johnny Nice calls a play in the huddle where our split is a split in, and my job is to go down 10 yards and break square in. And that was what was called the huddle. I came to the line, and I'm split out there, and this outside linebacker of the Giants walks out and gets right on my face. You may figure it out now that you can't run a 10-yard square in with a 250-pound linebacker around your neck. And so that was what we were looking at. But what had happened in our preparation for this game, and I've been studying the New York Giants defense for 2 weeks, and I told John and Hunter, our quarterback, I said, if we ever call a square in and that linebacker walks out, we got to have plan B. So we agreed what we would do. We would convert the 10-yard square into a fake out and slant. Because I knew if I faked out, he'd knock my head off and try to, and then get underneath it. Well, we talked about it, agreed on it, and went on about our business. And I don't think we're discussing it again. Now that it was critical time of the game, here's the situation happens. The game's on the line, we come out there, we got this square pattern ball in front of our right out here. And I'm thinking to myself, well, John, remember what we talked about? And we're up there looking at me. You know, we look at each other, and when the ball snapped, I make the fake, he comes after me, I get underneath him, and behind us is watching, he drills me, I catch that ball 6 yards deep, turn it up, and pick up 30 yards, and use our last timeout. And from that point on, we drove it on in and got the field goal to tie the game, sent it in overtime. And as you look back on that particular play, you talk about the significance of one. Well, the situation never happened before, they never happened after that. One time in 13 years of playing, but it meant a world championships what it amounted to. John Unitas' first completed pass. It's a story worth telling. I was there that day when it happened. And, he was on the bench as our backup quarterback. I remember when the quarterback got his knee hurt against the Chicago Bears in Chicago. And John came in for his first NFL action as a quarterback. And he handed the ball for a running play, and he just dropped back to throw a slant pass in the right flat, and it went for a 56-yard touchdown to J.C. Caroline, the Chicago Bear defensive back. That was John Unitas' first completed NFL pass. We'll be enforced. And we had a tremendous resource on the Patriot team in those days. The Patriots had hired on a retainer one of the foremost psychiatrists in the world who lived there in Boston. His name was Raymond. And he was a resource that you could ask about because he observed everything. And I asked him one day, I said, look, Armour, you think I'm being too hard on these guys? And he said to me, in his own inimitable style, no, Raymond, once you make it clear, they feel very secure. And I thought to myself, I don't give a flip, they feel secure. No, I'm just not going to put up with their crap. You know? And the things I learned from Armand was this principle. He said, Raymond, I said, I've done a study on organizations of American companies, corporations. And he said the most important ingredient to a successful organization is trust. T-R-U-S-T. Most interesting statement. And you know, whenever I've analyzed it over the years, what another way of saying it is that when you deal with your troops, you know, it's truth. It's truth whether they want to hear it or truth whether they don't want to hear it. And no matter what the deal is, don't deal in smoke and mirrors. And the trust factor that starts developing out of that when they start understanding this is enables you just about to face everything, and there's no question that you're going to face crisis. They'll come, and but you're in great shape to handle